I just get upset when people say, "Oh no, you're not Australian," because I don't look like
Crocodile.
Paul Hogan.
Yeah.
Is his name Paul Hogan?
I've got no idea.
That's his name, Crocodile Dundee. That's not a knife, but
You might not have the name, but you've got the hat with a crocodile teeth, aren't you?
at home, yeah.
In every Australian home.
Even my boomerang is like a toy one I brought here just to show the students. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
I showed you it.
Yeah,
The fake one. I broke in my bag.
It's
while I was
broken,
traveling.
isn't it?
Yeah. So like the students in the applied arts department glued it back together for me.
Oh, you could have said you broke it when you killed a kangaroo with it. Or a crocodile.
Now, I don't know if they're actually used as a weapon though. They're only like lodging, because that's if it hits you, it's not going to kill you, it's not going to penetrate your skin, it's just going to hurt a lot.
What I heard about, well, obviously not a French person giving you an insight on your culture.
Your theory is as good as mine.
How pretentious. Well, I'm French, so. I heard that at the beginning, everybody knows boomerang as the thing that you throw and it comes back to you.
Yeah.
I read that at the beginning it wasn't like that. It was just like to throw it and like to stun the animal.
Yeah.
And then that was it. So the animal was stunned, then warriors would go and just kill the beast. And that was about it.
Yeah, that could work. But I don't know if that would work well. The second, if you hit an animal, its first instinct is to piss bolt. It's not going to wait around.
Right.
So what I'm thinking is if you're chasing an emu or a kangaroo and they're running in a group, you have your hunters, you've got all your other tribesmen on that side, you're chasing it, you want to try to get it to come around towards the other tribesmen. So you throw the boomerang goes around in front of it, they stop and they change direction.
Oh, that's not stupid actually.
That's the only thing I could think of. That's the only practical application of a kangaroo. Many practical applications for a kangaroo, of a boomerang that I can think of.
Oh, I've heard about this, I've seen pictures of that. It looks like a boomerang, or it's a piece of wood attached to a string, and they would use that to communicate, or it makes a funny noise when you...
Oh yeah, you spin it, it makes a howling sound. What's this? Lots of different boomerangs. Hunting. Shaped and the path of turn boomerang makes it useful for hunting birds and small mammals. Maybe. Throw it along the ground and decapitate a mouse.
If Wikipedia says so. Come on, we all got degrees. Wikipedia our references.
That's it. It's a Stone Age tool where you're all graduates and don't know how the hell it works.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I get annoyed when I go abroad and people say, "No, you're not Australian," because I don't look like Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah.
This happened to me in Ireland. I was travelling on a day trip out to the countryside with these 3 American girls, just as part of like a tour group.
Well, hold on a second. They were Americans.
They were Americans.
So there you go. Joke. I do not want to offend anyone. It was a joke, alright?
Americans could do with a few English lessons though. Anywho, moving along. Oh, maybe I shouldn't go there because I got really up and I got.
To be honest with you,
they said to
you're
me,
really knee deep in it.
Yeah, I am. They said to me, "No, you're not Australian. You can't be Australian. Your accent isn't strong enough. You're not blonde and tanned, and you don't surf." And I've turned to them, looked them dead in the eye and said, "Well, you're not driving a tank covered in dead Arabs. You can't be American." They got a bit upset.
Oh, you could have said, "You're an American. You're not." Oh, actually, yes, you are.
They were. They were a little. So. Did you
actually say that?
Well, I did. I said that to them. I didn't call them fat. I just said.
No, the other one with a tank.
Driving a tank, yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah, they weren't all armed up to the teeth, so they couldn't be American.
Are you quite good at tit for tat then? If someone's giving you shit, you can turn around pretty quickly and find out the sentence that's going to shut them up.
On my toes I can be, but I find the British are all far better at that than I am. I've never ever been able to outwit an Englishman word for word.
I think in England, sarcasm is just so good.
It's great.
Sarcasm in English people, I don't think they've got that when they're babies. They are fed sarcasm like spoons. But they're so good at it. And it's so hard. I remember when we had English assistants here, one of the girls was so good at it. And I didn't get it.
It just offends the French. I find the French get very offended when you use sarcasm as a form of humour. They're like, oh, that's not funny, that's just mean.
It might be a different way of seeing, the same thing. But for two countries that are so close to each other, the way we either joke or we get sarcasm is so different.
Yeah.
So I don't know in Australia, what would be your kind of humour?
Sarcasm or anything vile and grotesque. A lot of people take issue, like I come here and I will hang out with people from all different cultures.
Yeah.
And they've all said the same thing, they've said you have no filter.
Okay.
That's just our humour, sorry, we say whatever comes to mind no matter how disgusting it is.
Okay.
If it's offensive, we will go out of our way to say it. But not to offend, just to shock. For us, shocking is funny.
So that would be in relation to what's happening in the news then?
The news, even... Oh yeah, yeah.
Or dark humour, because you know, in Europe...
The dark humour is the best.
In Europe we've got our like kind of jokes you can't really talk about, like, you know, around world wars.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got like
That's
those...
the first thing we bring up.
Yeah, exactly. Those are the jokes you don't bring straight away, but you start... You can't really go into a group where you don't know but and start a World War II joke.
No, every time you're hanging out with a German, you've got to really watch your tongue.
Well, yeah.
Because the thing is, the Germans get it. They will find it funny, but everyone else will feel uncomfortable because you made that joke in the presence of the German.
Yeah, that's the thing. People don't understand that all Germans are not Nazis, are they?
No.
So it's just like, it's not the same people anymore. It's not the same way of thinking anymore. So
it's sad we make that reference still, that all Germans...
Yeah.
The fact that we have to say that. I love the Germans. I've loved the time I spent in Germany. I think they're my favourite people on earth, the Germans, really. Sorry, France.
Yeah, back to Germany then.
They're just bloody brilliant. But did you have any trouble, like... what were the misconceptions the British may have had about you when you first went there? What were they expecting from you?
Well, they were expecting something a bit more refined. You know. I'm a bit rougher. That might be why I settled really well in Yorkshire.
Okay.
Yorkshire is a bit more industrial kind of place where you just, if I want to say fuck, I'm gonna say fuck. You don't give me shit.
Yeah.
And we're just like straight, down to earth people, which I quite like, because there's no trend to get like beating around the bush to get something.
Yeah.
If you want something, go and ask for it. If it works, it does. If it doesn't, well...
Do you think beating around the bush is a very French thing to do?
It might be an Australian thing to do. Hey.
Nice.
What a joke!
That's alright.
I'm not saying... What is different? Because in France, when I had issues, I could just go and talk to the person, because I was either a student...
Yeah.
Or I was working, and I could go to my colleague and say, well, listen, this is not working really well, so what can we do about it? But in England, I've been a student over there while doing my PGCE, and if something goes wrong, you can't really go to the person and say straight away, oh, this is not happening, this is not on, you need to change it. And several times people came to me, like higher up, like my direct line manager, so to speak, came to me and said, oh, Vincent, some people said, well, just tell me it's the other teacher. Why do you go by some people said? Just say, oh, this person said like this and that happened in your class, and that's not how you've got to handle the situation. I'm like, hold on a second. Why are you the one telling me that? Why you were not present at the time? The person who actually witnessed the situation went round behind my back, told you, so maybe transform what happened, or you did not understand it, how it happened, and now you are the one telling me, so it's a third person telling me, giving me advice about something that you don't know what happened. I'm like, why? As a colleague, I mean, I was training, so it's my job to basically take pieces of advice of people who are a bit more, well, not a bit more, but who know what they are doing, to tell me, Vincent, this is the situation, this is how you handled it, this is the results of how you handled it. Now, with my experience, same situation, you would have done that, that would have been the result. And I mean, if I'm training to become a teacher, I'm grown up enough to take criticism, because I don't see them as putting me down, I see them as avoiding to repeat the same mistakes. And there was like all these circuits every single time of going round to your superior.
And that happened in Great Britain?
Oh god, yeah.
I thought that was far more prevalent here.
Oh no, you're mistaken with administration. If there's something wrong with administration and paperwork in France, it's just a place to die. Just, you know, you take a ticket, take a number, and you can make sure that the number will never come up in 2 years. That's France for you.
Yeah. I've had to, every time I go to a bank, I have 2 dossiers complete because they always lose the first one.
You're right.
Always.
It's so convenient, isn't it?
Yeah.
That happened. Oh, let me check the computer. Oh, someone lost it. Well, you were the first one I gave it to. Yeah, but I gave it to someone else. That's someone else lost it.
I passed it to my colleague.
Yeah. So what's your colleague doing? Well, looking for it?
On a smoke break. Be back for lunch in 3 days. No, really, because I find whenever I've had problems with the one-to-one on a one-to-one basis with a French person, if they have issue with me, they never say a thing. But if I bring up the conversation, they're terribly offended. There has to be a mediator.
Oh God.
So, if I've accidentally offended someone and I don't know about it, or I've done something wrong and don't know about it, everyone will just harbour this grudge and discuss it amongst themselves and bring in a third party to come mediate. That just wouldn't happen in Australia. You have a problem with someone, you go face to face.
Yeah. I don't know, it's just weird. I would like, if I'm offending someone, you can either tell by their reaction, but then they can, oh, hold on a second, it just went too far on this, or why did that offend you? Or because this such and such happened in my life, and it's, oh yeah, fine, you get it, and then you avoid it.
Yeah.
And that would be so much easier. But no, they were just going round, and that was annoying. Because that happened at my work at the moment. My line manager, I've got one-to-ones on a monthly basis, and my one-to-one manager, during one of those one-to-ones said, oh, well, there's one thing I need to bring up. You know, just like it's nothing.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's a big deal. Otherwise, my manager would not tell me.
Yeah.
So now, oh, apparently you've been rude with one of the people in the team. I'm like, what was the situation? When did it happen? Because my relationship, my working relationship, did not change with any of the other workers.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, it was this person, this occasion, that person wanted this, and you said that, and then that was it. I'm like, yes, yeah, that happened, but why didn't that worker, who is, I don't know, 50, did not tell me? I'm 26, that person's 50, I'm on reception. Just let me know, tell me.
Yeah.
So at least I won't do it again. It's just so weird. Just people like going around telling managers, and obviously when your manager tells you, you think, oh, God, I'm being told off big time here. I'm going to lose my job. But no, it's just the way it is, which is weird. I find it properly weird. Because you see those people on a daily basis. And now I see, when I was told I did something wrong, and I'm like, hold on a second, I saw that person 5 minutes after, then the day after, for like 2 hours maybe, and then until our one-to-one.
They never breathed a word of it.
Yeah, exactly, because let's say I do something wrong, I've got my one-to-one on the, let's say the 27th of the month. On the 29th, I do something wrong. I've got to wait for my next one-to-one, which will be on the 27th of the next month. And so for a month, I'm going to see the person I offended and act as normal, so I might offend that person again without knowing it, because that's the way it is. You need to tell your manager.
Why do you think it's the way it is? Is there some kind of British stiff upper lip thing?
I think it is, yeah. It's just like not losing face. It's just like, you know, in England, you bump into someone, it's going to be the race to see who's going to say sorry
faster.
Yeah, exactly. Which is just like so weird. Yeah.
I hear about these British person problems where you order something, it's wrong, and you just grin and bear it. You just take it. You order a tea, no sugar, it comes full of sugars, and you think, oh, you just wear it.
And then people come up, so how is everything for you? It's perfect.
Fantastic.
And then you tell the person you are with, like, it's fucking horrible. We're not going to come here ever again. Yeah, it happens. And it's like the fear of asking as well.
Yeah.
We were with my girlfriend in restaurants, and we just missed the early bird. So it's basically like 10% off if you come between, like, let's say 5 and 6, and we arrived at 6:15. And I said to the waitress, oh, I know we missed it, but could we still have the offer? And my girlfriend just like buried her head in the menu, like, what is he doing?
What has he done?
You bloody French. and the person's like, oh, I'm going to go and ask the manager. They're like, yeah, just ask for it. If you don't ask, you don't get it.
I'm like that though. Like, I think we're a bit the same in Australia. In a fine dining situation, we'll send the food back. But I've noticed here in France, even fast food, if something's not done right, the Frenchman will be the first person, like, take one bite, look at the sandwich and look over at the servers, look over at the cashier, and be straight up there.
Yeah.
I was at KFC with some friends here. I got like a wrap that was slightly burnt on the outside. And I go, oh look at that, carbonised. I just picked it off.
Yeah.
And they said, you should take that back, they'll give you a free one. And I'm saying, no, I'm just going to eat it.
Yeah.
I can't take it back. You don't fuck with the people who handle your food. That's a rule in Australia. Don't mess with people handling your food. I've handled food. I've had people fuck with me. I had the last laugh.
What do you mean?
On that note, leave it there.